Hello, today we're just going to pick up around the end of a feedback session. So you've been through all the colors, all the quadrants, all the lines, the dimensions, the left and the right, the discerning and dynamic. How do you bring that to a conclusion? And that's a really important part of the feedback session. And I use what I call the 3-question technique. So I ask the candidate to reflect on the map, the conversations that we've just had, and think about 3 things that have resonated that they want to work on, they want to develop, they want to include as part of their development plan. And I will do the same thing. So I will write down 3 things. The client will write down 3 things, and we then have a conversation to see where there's overlap, where there might be some differences, and a conversation obviously leaning towards theirs because it's their development that they're taking forward around what they're going to do. So looking at this map, the 3 things that I would probably pick up are, first of all, what's happening here. So innovating, a huge opportunity, massive gap between the natural behavior and the adapted line. So what's happening there? How does the client make more use of that particular potential? I also want to explore this and this. So these are areas where this person is being pulled outside of their comfort zone. So is that comfortable to them? Why are they doing that? So delivering and initiating, for me, they would be on that top 3. What's happening with those 2 areas, those 2 behaviors? That basically is allowing this person to be pushed outside of their comfort zone. And of course, that could mean, or that could be one of the reasons why some of the other areas have been pulled in, because energy is being used elsewhere. The other area I would want to explore is finishing, a gap here, and evaluating, because although evaluating naturally is at 65, I think that's a pretty good place to be. Evaluating's a good dimension when it comes to leadership. It's about using data effectively to make decisions, and this person is not making the most of that opportunity. Likewise, in the finishing, you can see a fairly big gap here. So my top 3 would be innovating, initiating and delivering, and exploring what's going on in the gold. I know that sounds like 4, but it's 3 really, because it's all to do with what's actually going on in the map, making the most of the various shapes and things that are being created. So explore that with the client, see what they come up with, have a discussion, and then the client can then take away the ones that they want to actually work on. Hope that makes sense. Obviously, longer session when it comes to the feedback itself. That's just a snapshot of how we might finish a particular session.